Good Shabbos. Ever have someone come over to you and share with you a mazel tov? Someone had a baby and you had already heard it 5 minutes before, 10 minutes before. In fact, this is the fourth person telling you the good news. What is your response? What do you say? Let's look at this week's Torah portion and see if we can gain an answer into the Torah's view of how we should react. Here, in this parsha, we have the gifts of the Nesiim, the gifts to Hashem in honor of the initiation and inauguration of the tabernacle. Each Nasi had his day, and the Nesiim, the princes, each decided to give to Hashem a very elaborate, a very great gift, but all 12 gave the exact same offerings. 2 silver bowls, a golden spoon, incense, number of animal offerings, sheep, goat, ox, all of them were the same. When Hashem came to list out for us what they gave, Hashem dedicates a very large chapter of the Chumash, of the Bible, which every word is precious, and says, the tribe of Yehudah, the Nasi, gave this and this and this and this and this, and then it goes on to the next tribe. And again says, this tribe, they gave this and this and this and this and this. And if you look at it, they're all exactly identical. And nonetheless, Hashem took his precious words of his Torah and listed out every single detail. Why did Hashem need to do that? Well, let's look at a story. Rabbi Yitzchak Elchanan, one of the greats of European Jewry at the turn of the last century, was once deliberating in a bet-din, a Jewish court session. And in the middle there was a knock on the door. In walked a student and shared with Rabbi Yitzchak Elchanan Spector the great news that one of the students of the yeshiva just received notice that the Russian army had exempted him from military conscription. This was a sentence of life for that student, because the Russian army was known for its cruelty, and particularly its cruelty to Jews. Yitzchak Elchanan gave a great smile and thanked the student profusely for sharing with him this very, very good news. The court then went back into session. A few minutes later, there was another knock on the door. A different student came in, wanting to share with his Rebbe the great news that their friend and fellow student Yaakov was exempt from the service. Yitzchak Elchanan thanked him warmly for the good news. That's such good news. That's exciting. Thank you. Baruch Hashem. The student left. The court once again went back to the deliberations, and a few minutes later, another student came in. Said, Rebbe, did you hear the news? Yaakov was exempt. Yitzchak Elchanan smiled. He thanked the student. Wow, that's amazing. Baruch Hashem. We are told that this happened 6 times inside of that court session, and each time Rabbi Yitzchak Elchanan smiled as if he had never heard the news before, and shared the excitement, and they thanked the students so much for sharing this good news. Appreciating, that's the lesson. Appreciating in detail. Someone shared with you a gift, somebody shared with you a news, good news. Appreciate it. Appreciate it in detail, just like Hashem did. The most precious book in history, where every word, every letter is important, God is almost stingy with the words of the Torah. He went to great detail, an entire chapter, to dedicate it just to the offerings of the Nesiim, because it wasn't that they were just bringing the same thing. Each and every one of them was giving a gift to me, says God, and that gift needs appreciation. No, there is no extra words, because every word is needed when it comes to showing appreciation.